And with Hydra, I think their main concern should be not letting them settle down. I think this is it. It's a go, go, go. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. The big match of the evening. We've got
Here we go.
a big push coming from Hydra there. As I said, they're flanking our southeast side. Hydra is going straight for the flank. CSG is more conservative for this one.
So they got 4 or 5 pushing the point and what, like 6 jungle.
CSG's got a good setup at the moment.
Bolter.
Yeah. Sika doing ball work again.
I think it'll be
Hydra have
Keepers
taken the
from
east
Hydra,
side.
probably.
Definitely. Southeast side is controlled by Hydra at the moment. They're trying to win the boxes. If they win this fight, they will have the advantage.
Let's see who we've got from CSG on the boxes. Oh, he's dizzy.
There's Sika on top of the red block. He's picked up 3 now. He's doing work. He's got that neutralized. That southeast side for Hydra is neutralized by Sika.
And Dizzy picks off the infill.
Yeah.
He's in a good flanking spot there actually. Hydra are gonna have problems.
Sika. Hydra needs to control the southeast side. They know they need that side. But slowly, CSG have taken control of the outside of the base and they've boxed them in. Hydra is boxed in now. This is where you don't want to be against CSG. Since they do have quite good one-on-one player skills as well.
They're still holding the point though. It's still 1 minute 10 in and Hydra have got all that time. They are getting pushed back. It seems inevitable VS are going to get the point. Yeah, there we go.
Here comes Sika. Sika's controlling the complete west side for the VS. Hydra hasn't yet sent a good team up to the southeast to contest. And as soon as they lost that, they've lost the fight fairly quickly. There's going to be a full white now.
Yeah, it is. Are they going to push the stairs or are they going to send any on the jump pad?
They need to use the jump pass for this one. This is not where you want to be against CSG. Again, they're boxed out on that full southwest side. So, are they going to be able to cope? They need a concussion somewhere directly to the southeast to actually neutralize the heavies, but they're not doing it from the Hydra side.
They're picking their way past slowly and the reses are coming, but it's a real grindy
Again,
sort of a
southeast
push.
southeast side, Sika, Dizzy, their main team from CSG is on the southeast side. They have it on pin down at the moment, but they're losing most of the medics now. Support is down for CSG at the moment.
Dizzy's got to go soon. If they push that box, they got him.
Sika's down. This is, yeah.
Dizzy's
this
down.
Is it. This is their push now. This is Hydra's chance to regroup.
They need to hit that point before the reinforcements come in, ideally.
Ideally, here comes the push now from Hydra from the west. The group of 3 coming in. VS flanking. There's VS heavies flanking from the west side.
The point's flipping. They got control of it again. And we're back down to 4 minutes. Wow, this is a close game.
Is with you.
They have a crash on the VS side, but should be alright. The game still goes on. I think Norrington's trying to group up the boys. The way he's hugging that wall, he really wants the team to come together. And I think the guys are starting to actually pull together now. CSG knows that they cannot play split for this one. They shouldn't be rushing it. They should let Sika do the pickoffs and then push in.
Yeah.
It just feels like they're pushing desperately at the moment.
Ooh, trade there.
Massive trade
Craft
there.
and somebody.
Yeah. You've got that NC medic who's picked off 2 heavies on the northwest. He's doing an absolutely cracking job. That's 3 picks off now from that medic.
Can you see who it is? Which faction you logged in as?
The NC medic directly on the northwest, holding the red box now. He has been
I
a
can't
beast.
see his name though because I'm VS.
Ryan or something.
Oh, okay, that's Swooshed his Hydra name.
He's played it really well. They've got them camped now.
It's a good job and much stronger position this time.
Much stronger position, and I think now they control the fight. This is where you don't want to be against Hydra. This is where they get you and then they just tap you down. I think even on the... They have a crash. Unfortunately, CSG have a man down at the moment. They're still fighting, it's still going on, but when it's a 12 versus 12 fight, when you're a man down, this is makes a massive difference.
Yeah, it does.
Especially if it's a support class player or just a heavy with concussion bound delay or whatever it is.
You can't pause the round or anything though, it just happens.
Yeah. These things can happen to anybody. Again, that southeast side where Hydra's trying to base most of his forces to contest, it's becoming really hard to contest it now. Dizzy's on the southeast side, he's nearly completely cleared it. He's still going forward, he's still trying to move forward and win some ground for the CSG team, but Hydra have it pinned down at the moment. Who is the Hydra bolter at the moment, if I may ask? He's been doing a really good job as well, contesting that southeast against the heavies.
He's got a character in BHOT as well, so he's probably known on Miller, Keefy.
He's doing a cracking job. Princess is trying to hold his ground at the moment, but Reeve also. They're just playing very offensive. They're all over the place at the moment, the CSG boys. And they haven't got the support. Hydra again flanking. The same tactic from Hydra coming in from the northwest. And there's no answer from CSG again.
We're about to lose this facility.
Yeah, they got the whole jungle area.
That's the main area.
They looked a bit strung out, to be honest. Like some were pushing too far forward and some were hanging too far back.
Yeah. Here comes CSG. I think this is their last push now. This is going to be the most coordinated one coming from them. There's a 4 medic lineup with the 3 heavies and an info. So hopefully they will smack point, but they need to come to the west side.
Down straight away.
The info, yeah. That's the neutralize.
Oh,
the
that
medics
heavy's killed 3, he's killed 4. 4 or 5.
Who is that heavy? Who is that guy?
I don't know. If I Q spot him, I'm gonna impact
spot
the
him
game.
out, so yeah.
It's Mr. Guanabana. Yeah, he's a good player.
He just did a full flank behind that wall and picked up 4 players from CSG.
Yeah, that was very nice. Knowing when to push and when not to push is a big part of this game.
Definitely.
And that was the
I think this
perfect
is
time.
There comes the concussions from CSG. This is their last push coming on point at the moment. 1 heavy, 3 medics behind him. It's active desperation. They need to move as 12 now. There's no time to split the force the way they're splitting them. 19 seconds on the timer. They're trying to win that southeast
gonna want to
again.
wrap this round up nice and quick.
Definitely.
If they can. They're not gonna want to let the VS on this point.
They don't.
So they'll play aggressive here. Yeah, there we go.
They've neutralized the southeast push.
And that's it. Round 1 goes to Hydra and to Ziggy specifically.
I think they just showed strength in the organization from the outfit. They moved in together. They didn't split. They kept it coming on that southeast side. Even though they lost the first fight, it was the way they pushed. It was unbelievable. You know,
top
they had
kills
6 people pushing
are all
southeast.
VS. So Sterncraft's on 16. You've got I guess that's DBO on 15.
You've got QQZZ on
no
15.
idea who that is. Probably Shrimp.
Probably, yeah. And then
Destruction on 14. Kiefer's the bolter on 14. Guanabana on 14. And this is the thing with Hydra. It's the depth that we've managed to get somehow. It's that there aren't weak players there. They're all getting kills. They're all chipping in with team play.
I think that's the strength in Hydra. Like, you can count 7-8 players on the CSG lineup who will pick up that, double figures kills. But on Hydra, you just don't know who's going to get the double figures because one might have a bad game, then you'll have 3 who have a good game. It's just not, the strength doesn't lie in one person, the strength lies in the team. So it's great to see the coordination, the way they moved was absolutely great. I think CSG took the first part of the map in the beginning. I think they did well to actually control the point, and they held the southeast side with Dizzy and Sika basically making sure that no one goes on that side. The second they let that one go, their tactics fell apart. Hydra
Yeah,
dominated the southeast and it went downhill.
It was surprising how radically that round changed, because early on, CSG looked dominant. They got a really strong position and did manage a clean wipe. And to get that back in relatively short time, really, that was a nice push.
It's great to see two big outfits, face to face against one another in a battle like this, because it really proves that the game has evolved quite a lot. And to see, as you said, the side where the north side is, I think that is a strong point to actually have with your Sunday spawns. But I think the west side is actually more favorable to the point because of the way the point is actually laid down on this map. But then again, I might be wrong with that one.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It's not a radically unbalanced map, not at all.
No, not at all, but I think the west side still have a bit of an advantage on this map. I don't know why. You just got full access to the west side, southeast side.
I agree, yeah.
And you can control the base a lot easier due to the fact that, you can push the point, and it just feels like you've got most of the map on the southeast and the southwest. So that being the ideal position where you want to keep and hold those positions. But then again, just want to say thank you to the people that made this possible for the whole game to actually come and watch, for the people to play. One of the main organizers being Zuma. Really good job to the lad. He put in a lot of effort, a lot of time to make this happen. And I believe all the players are grateful to him for doing this, and everyone says a big thank you to him to organizing such an event. We need more events like this. We need people to take, a bit more initiative to create such happenings and gatherings for everybody to actually spend a bit more time regarding the game. So really good job to Zuma and his team and WIB in general. So good job, and thank you for the event.
Yeah, for sure. It's a great opportunity and it brings a lot of people back to the game, to be honest. I mean, a lot of these players kind of, they need a bit of competition and something like this to keep them interested. Because live play gets a bit dull. You need something longer term to work towards.
I'm not gonna lie though, I don't think CSG have practiced as much as Hydra have for this. I've heard you guys have been playing a lot more actively on live server and everything as well.
Not really on live. We stopped playing on live. We just trained every night for the last week. Just 1 week, really. Because you couldn't do it because of Christmas. It was hard to do it at any other time.
Definitely. And looking at the lineups, I mean, you've got some of the best players in the games on these lineups. I think this should have been the final of this event, the SME, but
it might be.
It might again be, but if the losers of this bracket, who do they play next?
They play the winner of a team in the open bracket, which you would think would be an easy match for either team.
Mm.
And after that, they'll play probably another team that lost their first round match.
Mm-hmm.
So either one RPC or Red Mist.
Who would be your favourites for this tournament? Then Halo, apart from Hydra, obviously. But if there was another team for you to pick, who would you pick to win this tournament? I mean, you saw UFOs today, very strong performance against the French side. They played really well. It was a 3-0 thrashing for the UFOs.
Yeah, but the French side team, they scrambled it together 5 minutes before the match. They hadn't prepared properly. It was a mess. And you're only going to lose from that situation. I think got some UFOs are not going to win the tournament. I'd be pretty certain of that. I don't think CSG are going to, because I don't think they've got the depth in their roster. I think it's between Hydra, the Red Mist and Bling team, depending on how active they've been lately, how much they've prepared, and RO and LPS. Definitely can't write off. I think they prefer Red Alliance, RA.
Do you feel like RO and LPS will have an advantage over the server lags and the issues that, they're from Russia and the servers are actually, because I spoke to one of the Red October players and he said he has a 350 ping and he just starts shooting before he even peaks.
Yeah, which is why a lot of the Russian players, if you check the stats in the spreadsheet I did, have lower accuracy. than you would expect from people that can aim that well. It's because if you just pre-fire before you start peeking with your lag advantage as well, it's just that extra bit of advantage. But it's a disadvantage as well. I mean, it sort of requires you to play aggressively and to always peek first. Because if somebody attacks you, the lag works against you. It's pros and cons.
And the factions as well. Do you think MC is a bit of a stronger faction against the VSNTR? Do you feel like it's all balanced and it's all fair at the moment?
It's pretty close. I couldn't call it. I don't have a faction preference. I don't like the MSW, so I wouldn't go TR, but a lot of people love it. I think it is preference. I mean, if the Cyclone was available for heavy assaults, then everyone would want NC. But it's only allowed on infills. I think that's probably the main reason that people have largely picked NC, is the Cyclone on infills as an option. Because it's really the only significant difference between the factions. I just don't see a great deal of disparity between the other weapon classes.
I think we're just waiting for the stream to let them know. We're just waiting for one more guy who DC'd early on from the Hydra, I think. So they're having a problem with their TeamSpeak at the moment. So we're just waiting for them to actually fully connect and be ready for the match. So let's see when they're going to be ready for this.
Oh, they lost the guy. Yeah, sorry, I didn't read that.
No, it's fine. Just lay in the stream now, you know, but we're still waiting for one guy from Hydra to actually get back in the game. It was a good round, I think. Again, I feel like Hydra should come across as aggressive as they did on the last round. They lost the initial fight, so in 5 seconds I think the match is starting now, guys. It's a good luck, have fun to all of them, and let's see what they can form on this one and how they split up. It's going to be interesting to see how Hydra starts the initial move, so if you can actually peek on that.
It is. I guess it'll be pretty similar, because what they did in the first round is about right. They might make minor changes and swap an additional person onto one flank or something. Maybe put
That's
one
5
extra
heavies.
jungle.
5 heavies from Hydra hitting that southeast side of the jungle. 5 heavies on the jungle from Hydra. VS have 2 medics on the jungle at the moment. It's going to be a very outnumbered fight at the moment. Sika is also there, sniping the jungle. That's the first pickup for the VS. That light assault of Hydra on the roof is doing a lot of work.
Light assault's good on this. People never use it because you can't use the roof on the warehouse building, but it's just a nice way to have different lines of sight.
CSG have taken the point, but also that southeast side is still managed by the Hydra players, so unless they take care of business here quickly, they're going to have a lot of problems, the CSG players.
They're held back quite a bit. An aggressive HA there.
Massive push coming now from Hydra from the northeast as well. They're flanking hard. And that's a res from for the VS.
You are better than this.
And they have control of, again, Hydra have taken control of the building again. Sika and Dizzy are trying to make a play for far on the east side, but I don't think it's going to happen unless they win that southeast side completely.
Let's follow Sika for a second, see how he does.
Stay alert, enemy heavy nearby.
He's been picking them off left and right at the moment, so he's been doing really well. But it just feels like they don't have control of the southeast side, that's why they're actually losing this.
He's down. Yeah, I think the enemy bolter got him. Keefus.
I think in bases like this, where you know everything is so close, you do need that info to go bandolier for the EMPs, just so he can, you know.
I'm not sure it's allowed. I think in the rules you can only have one EMP. I don't think you're allowed bandolier, because it is extremely powerful.
The CSG medics are really not helping it. They're staying very defensive, and we all know a medic can be as dangerous as a heavy. And they're just letting the heavies die, and there's no proper reses or cover for them. There's no trades being made from CSG at the moment.
It should be a standard thing. The heavy peaks first, and the medic runs past him, peaks second, so you get both Both of you shooting, but the heavy takes the fire.
Yeah, but the medics here are taking the fire. Like, you've got the one far on the northwest, those medics peeking those angles. I think it's the wrong way to go.
It is, you've got to know when to push. The timing of it is crucial.
Again, that NC heavy on the northwest inside the building, that guy is a boss. He's inside the building, he's picked them off, 5, 6 of them, and he's still inside the building. And he's just picked up another 2 bombs
using
right
a
now.
warden?
I'm not sure, but he's just fallen now. He's died. VS are on point now. You've got Dizzy actually pushing forward with Shrimp. Shrimp is on point. He's just concussed far on the northeast side. So I think he's trying to win some ground for the Vanu. They need to control quickly the southeast side and take control of that. Those 2 heavies from the NC are not going to do any good being there.
Yeah,
if the VS don't push them out, they're going to struggle against that southeast side. 2
I
heavies,
feel
1
like
medic.
they missed a chance there to pick Dizzy off easily while he's backing around that corner. But I'm not seeing frag nades where people are just hiding in groups behind cover like this. A frag nade to flush them out, it works. Frag nades are definitely got a place. Nobody's really throwing many grenades at all, which is like a waste of your nanites.
I don't think any team, I think most of them are just trying to win their one-on-ones. Again, that NC now, there's 2 NC inside the building on the northwest, and they're doing work at harassing these Vanu pushes on the middle. There goes another heavy. So the northwest and the southeast is currently controlled by NC.
It's
and,
close.
The Vanu are boxed in.
It's very close. I mean, 50 seconds the difference between the 2 teams, and the VS are counting it down all the time.
Here comes the NC now, they're pushing in.
There's a lot of dead Vanu, they need to capitalise on that. Yeah, they're pushing in nicely. A few commissioner kills.
Dizzy still here.
Yeah.
This is down.
Victory
And the
has
points
not
flipping back to the
eluded
NC, so they've maintained the lead.
They still have advantage by 1 minute.
That was pretty much a clean wipe. That was a nice push.
That NC, look at the NC, he's been so annoying, that light assault directly on the south.
Yes.
Just have a look at him a little bit. He's used both engines and he's used both roofs to actually harass as much VS as he could. He's using that engine, top engine again.
It's Viking. He's very good positioning play.
He's been really annoying, and while they look to kill him, the heavies are actually picking him off. There he goes again. He's picked off the 2 medics now, and no one's actually looking to take him off. There goes another heavy from him.
That sounded like a GD7 as well. So the closer they are, the quicker they're going to die.
There goes 2 medics, 2 heavies by 1 person on that little engine there.
He damaged the other heavy as well. Yeah,
Dizzy
that's very
gets
nice play.
there. That was amazing play from that light assault. Really good play. And again, the heavy on the garage on the northwest, he's not making life easy for them to cross that little pathway. He's really not making life easy for the CSG. I think they need to focus on winning one side first. This is the wrong idea. They're trying to move southeast and northeast at the same time. Just focus on winning one side and then expand on the other side.
Got Schnaxy pushing up. He tried to clear the garage but died. Oh, but somebody else going from behind. So the heavy in the garage is down. Oh, and then the medics cleared him. It's a good play.
That was really good play. Southeast side again now controlled by the VS for the first time after some time. The trades are not happening for CSG, and that's where the problem lies. At what cost is that medic pushing to that tree? That is really bad play from the medics from CSG.
Yeah, if you look at the medics on the Hydra team though, they're all, you know...
They're very defensive.
35-40% headshot ratio players who know how to position, know how to get kills. You can't have, you know, med tool medics who don't really know how the infantry game, it doesn't work.
Yeah, they're trading as well, non-stop. They're trading heavy for heavy, heavy for light assault, whatever they can, the medics are trading.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a medic and you kill a heavy, you're trading up, really. Well, it depends whether he gets res straight away or not. It's situational.
I was expecting this to be a closer fight, to be honest with you. I was expecting one-on-one on this map. But it
Yes,
just
they're
feels
getting
like...
close to the point though, and they're still alive. They're struggling. The NC just dropped back a little bit to
There goes the
soak up
last
the
soul to your
pressure.
ass. That last soul is being very annoying at the moment.
Yeah, we got heavy behind them as well, still camping the stairs.
The last soul picks up 2 heavies and a medic. He's done really good work here. And that's GG.
So that's 2-0 to Hydra. Nice round, tough round. A lot of real high quality play on display there.
Definitely. You had 2 teams who are really good individually skilled, but I think what actually showed here is that Hydra is more organized and they just have the synergy, you know? Everybody seems to know what they're doing, everybody seems to know when their pickups are happening, and they seem to know when they need to trade off kills against the VS. You saw double times, 2-3 times, they double peaked the Dizzy, they double peaked Shrimp. It was great performance from them, and it's a team win for them, so really well done.
Yeah, we've worked on that, and it's one of the things we look for in recruitment. That like not everybody we take into the outfit is a 6KD player, but people that cover each other, that think about team play, you've got to have those as well.
Definitely, that was a really strong performance from both sides, but congratulations to Hydra, to your outfit. They did really well for this one. Is there another one, or...?
One more round, so it's
over?
best of 5. So there is one more round.
One more round.
And I
If,
mean,
CSG
it's not
win this-
over. CSG have wiped Hydra, what, twice? Once or twice?
Yeah.
They can do this. It's going to take a big effort. They're going to have to change the way they play a little bit and think more team play. Do the double peeking themselves and, you know, just play off each other. Cover each other. If they can do that, if they can just adapt and do that this round, then they could take it still. They do have the quality in their team.
Yeah, hats off to CSG as well. You know, they've come to this game. They've shown that, you know, they can perform at the highest level. They've shown that, you know, they can compete against outfits like Hydra. It's really good to see, you know, that CSG has taken some of its best players and is actually trying to win the game. So I'm hoping that this round they can actually, as you said, they've shown that they can take the point against Hydra and they can hold for a bit. But if they can get a bit more organized and, you know, hold those corners the way Hydra's doing it, I think they can pull off a victory here. And we might see a comeback.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just, if you see the positioning from those Hydra players, you have that annoying heavy staying inside the garage on the northwest. Then you've got that annoying light assault who will hold those engines all day long if he has to. It just feels like CSG's lacking those inventive players, those players who think out the box. They have Dizzy, who's, you know, the heavy beast. They've got Shrimp, who can pick off players one-on-one easy. They've got the players, the good players. They just need to organize those players and get them into the right positions. If they can do that, they just win some space for Sika so actually he can snipe. But they're not winning that space, that crucial space. Like you said, they took the point and they did not, you know, capitalize on that to push that southeast completely and clear out the jungle. But they waited inside the point for the Hydra heavies to actually push back in.
They lack a little aggression as well in their heavies. So you were commenting about the medics pushing past the heavies on the CSG side. I think the problem is more that the medics probably had the right idea. I think that you can't take a passive farming playstyle and bring it into a scrim and win.
And before
It
we
doesn't
start,
work. You've got to be aggressive.
definitely. Before we start this round, what is the next game? A lot of people on Twitch are asking, what is the next match?
It's 1RPC versus Red Mist and Blink, which I think could be a very good match.
Red Mist and Blink, is that a composed team like 6-on-6 or is it mostly Red Mist? What are the...
Don't know. It probably varies. There's a mix in the roster. 2 ringers, mostly Red Mist, and a few very good Blink players. So we'll see. That could be a really strong team, but
so you're hoping for Hydra and Red Mist final, I'm guessing.
Well, it would be the next round actually. So if Red Mist win, it'll be Hydra versus Red Mist in the next round. Just because of the way that the draw went, which could be a really nice game.
I'm thinking there's a lot of competition, and there's a lot of tension between the two outfits when they face one another in this competition.
There has been in the past. They haven't scrimmed us for a long time. The last time we scrimmed them, it was one of our first matches, and they did win. Red Mist beat us. They're a very strong team, but we haven't been able to get a rematch for a long time. They're a bit lower on activity, and also don't want to play us.
Fair enough. The game hasn't been on this top notch anyway for players to completely compete. But the lineups are changing for this one, I think. CSG is changing to, I think, 2 medics for this one, as I can see who's going on Sundays and stuff. So I'm guessing this lineup will actually now facilitate more heavies for the CSG, so they want to go more on the 101s.
Well, if I was them, I'd put a light assault in there. They need somebody to counter Viking.
He's been a beast. The light assault for Hydra, I don't know who he is, but he's been a beast. He's done really well for this one. You've also had Kefe on that info. Again, he pulled in double figures on the second round as well. It was great to see DBO as always. They've got a really good, strong lineup, the Hydra players. So it's nice to see them, perform so well together.
DBO with, I guess that's DBO with 2 peak as his tag.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if we had 2 players with that tag and that the other one was Sterner's Frenchie.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Final game 2-0 at the moment for Hydra. This is the 3rd match and final match. CSG last chance to come back. CSG are pulling out.
Here we go, running in now. It begins. Light assaults in there quickly.
CSG has committed 6 players to go for the jump pads.
Wow, okay, so they want to clean up the garage.
They have committed 6 players, 6 heavies, 5 heavies, 1 medic for the garage.
Alright, so they want Hydra to overextend, and then I guess they're going to use those guys to get in behind them?
This is the way to play it against Hydra. They need to slow this down. Now those 2 heavies jumped at the same time for Hydra and picked up the heavy who's guarding for CSG at the back. CSG are losing the garage as of now. NC's come with those 2 heavies behind them, and they've picked up the 3 heavies holding there. They've also got the point NC, so southeast side is currently
2 or 3 in the garage still for the VS.
DC's controlling the southeast side at the moment by himself, but he's against 3 NC there. So whether he's able to make a difference on that southeast side is to be seen.
If he stays at range, he can keep going for a long time. He's a very good player, very accurate.
He needs to stay alive here to keep CSG in the game. And they're both down. That heavy just flanked completely to the southeast side, and he cleared the jungle by himself.
Sick is still around there. I'm trying to get the tag on the heavy, but it's not going to show it.
Shrimp's getting Shrimp trades with the medic, so he's down as well.
Spotted an enemy heavy. Enemy heavy spotted.
Here comes CSG again, trying to compete on the southeast side with 4 players, 2 heavies and 2 medics. Let's see whether they're going to be able to actually pull through this one.
2 minutes 30 left on the cap timer. They need to get that that timer flipped. Maybe with the commissioner just mopped a few up.
Hydra just showing they're the more organised outfit for this game. They're showing that they can
Sika
definitely
is
pull the
so
strings.
screwed. Yeah, he got totally surrounded there.
Yeah. There was nothing he could do over there. He had 1 light assault behind him. He had the heavies in front of him.
He was the last man standing, basically.
Yeah. VS sending Sika to the jump pads now. I think Sika's going to try and flank inside the building. So let's see whether he can pull off something in the building. This is nearly over. He's inside the building now. He's looking for a pickoff.
Let's see if I can find. Oh yeah.
He's got 1 pickoff. He's got 1 pickoff inside the building. He's moving outside. He's got 2 pickoffs now.
not the path of enlightenment.
Always got somebody behind him.
There's a heavy behind him.
Who, I guess that was resist shield, he survived.
And he's
I
down.
can't tell the difference looking at the shields, I should have learned that.
He's finally down. There's no space for Sika to actually start sniping. There's no space for the heavies who actually can do the damage to actually position themselves. They've just been struggling to actually pass these stairs at the moment, CSG.
The only way they're getting back into this is a moment of brilliance from one player, killing like 4 guys and just creating an opening. That's the only way they're getting back in this now.
We've got Steroid holding the red box inside point, but he's by himself. He's got no support, no medics, no nothing. He's medkitting non-stop. It's going to be a hard to take fight. We've got 2-pick on 11 kills at the moment. I think, looking at the kills as well.
Destruction on 7, yeah.
Yeah, they're ready for this. You know, they've surrounded completely the stairs. And CSG's just going in one by one. I think they've given up on this fight.
This is the thing with Hydra though, the more they kill, the more confident they get, the more difficult they're going to be to beat.
This was a dominating right from the NC. I think, again, at the first push, where we saw that initial push going for the jump pads inside the building from CSG, that wasn't run really well. It wasn't efficient. They didn't make any play out of it. And they couldn't, you know, facilitate what they wanted to. So it's really hard to see that players would actually.
I've always got sympathy with that because they lost the first 2 rounds and they figured we've got to do something differently here, and they gave it a try. I mean, it's not always going to come off, but they did the right thing. You've got to give something different a try. You can't try the same thing again and expect to win. Because it just doesn't work that way. They tried to change their tactics, it didn't come off, but you know, they gave it a go. On another day, they could beat Hydra for sure.
It was a good round. It was a good match. It was lovely to see, you know, CSG play. We haven't seen them on live. I've been quite active on live. They haven't played on live much, and I think they've done probably no preparations for this. I've seen Shrimpy play some other games, some survival games with his brother. Dizzy stays more on my stream than what he plays. It just feels like they didn't prepare well for this. Again, same like French side, they just didn't put too much effort to this.
Yeah,
is this the Hydra stream?
It is, well played.
Do you want an interview with Schnaxy and me?
Yeah, sure. Bring him in. We've got about 5 minutes, so it'll have to be quick.
Okay.
User was moved to your channel.
Schnaxy, you wanna say something? And
yeah, GG, well played.
User joined
Not
your
really
channel.
much we could do about it.
So that last round where you tried to push more people through the warehouse building in the opening, was that just trying to create an opening? Were you hoping like Hydra would overextend and then those guys would hit them in the back, or?
Yeah, the plan like actually was to go like from the start on pushing behind them on point, but then like 2 heavies fucking scared us and people stopped pushing right at the start, and then we pushed into warehouse and everything like escalated quickly. People were probably not concentrated that much anymore, and like these 2 heavies they kept us busy in warehouse, and we did really push.
We anticipated a push from you guys and put an extra player in the building for that round.
Yeah,
the Destruction had trouble holding his backside, so we put a second heavy with him.
It was mostly me and Freerider pushing warehouse, and we killed him a couple of times when we tried to push in like behind you guys. We actually did that, but like, I got 1 or 2 kills, died, and it didn't really matter. You just rested people again.
Yeah. How many medics were you playing?
Go on.
4 medics.
Yeah, we were playing 3 medics.
3 medics, so.
Yeah.
The question is, Ziggy's, how did you? It looked like you had like a specific task for a few of your players to hold that southeast side jungle. Did you actually put that as your main goal to actually control that jungle area on the southeast?
Yeah.
Or was your
first round 7 people on jungle. If you lose jungle, you are losing control of the match. So if we got wiped, we completely pushed L12 on jungle to get it back.
Fair enough. For CSG, when you pushed Schnaxy, when you pushed a couple of times, it felt like you took the point. Means actually, Halo were talking about how you were controlling the point, but at no time did you actually look to secure the southeast jungle. Was that your main point of contention, or did you have the building on the northwest as the main point of contention?
No, it was actually the forest, I think, but I guess people got wiped there. I mean, I was playing warehouse mostly, so I don't know how it was forest.
How did you
But I
find
think people
the?
Like, we got on point in the first round. Like, we got the point back. We actually like equalized the timer, and everyone like started to push out of the point, and we just couldn't get like a good spawn lock up. Like you guys always had that. We had like pushed up the stairs and got shot from like 6 directions.
Yeah.
How did you find dealing with the NC light assault? Because you don't often see light assaults on this match. It sort of looked like he was being really annoying, like doing a great job.
Honestly, I only saw that light assault in the last round. I never saw it before.
It wasn't the round before that. Maybe in the second round actually.
Second round, you had the light assault on top of the machines.
No, you had one in the last round, no.
Yeah, it was. We had someone switch from heavy to light assault, and gave him another more free roll.
I don't know.
The third round in general was way more like we're all more relaxed about where to go, and we just looked at who was losing what, and people anticipated on that.
Yeah.
In that first round, Ziggis, when the Hydra squad got totally wiped, and quite early on, and VS got the point back, and were looking well set. What were you thinking then on how this match would turn out?
We always knew that this was going to be a possibility because CSG is a strong team, and before the match, I called out if we get wiped, we're using the right stairs and we're running for jungle. I don't give a fuck about anything else. Don't try to peek them, don't try to kill people. Go for the jungle, and from there we'll get our control back. And that's exactly what happened. We managed to kill a few people, managed to push in. Our medics did the job. I think the medics that we have did a fantastic job. So, yeah.
I think you guys...
We caught a few nice
Halo.
moments that they'll want to see on stream, actually. The medics did do a very good job.
Halo was speaking about how, you've got strength in numbers, and I think all your players performed today, Ziggis, but at a one-on-one level, I also felt that the space that CSG needed to perform, they just didn't gain that space from you guys, and I think they should have played a bit more slow. I don't know what you think, Ziggis and Schnaxi, but if they were to be a bit more passive, I think, into those pushes on point. Me and Halo said they would have actually contested more one-on-ones and won against the Hydra lineup, because they initially had, on the first fight, they actually won the fight because they let you control the point, and then they took control of the southeast and northwest, and then they pushed you in from all sides, which was literally what CSG had to do every occasion when they lost that point, I think.
Yeah. Like, we literally only took back the point like once or twice, where we actually like could set up a bit, but we instantly got wrecked again then. The thing is, like 95% of the matches, of the time, like we had to deal with fucking spawn lock.
Yeah, that was very annoying.
Like, you got peeked by heavy from warehouse, you realized where he is, you shot back, and he was not there anymore, you pick the other side and you get shot from like a fucking different angle, and that's the thing. One heavy peeks, he's low, he falls back, medic peeks, you're dead. It's like that. It was really good team play. And obviously it pays off when you play the game actually on live.
Did you practice for this game, any Schnaxi? What was your practice days?
Dude, we had one scrim against Catharsis like a week ago. That's it.
And anything else on live or any other practice?
No, the thing is people are not playing on live. I think that also played a huge role.
Because
like,
I
obviously
did say
against good players like Hydra has, you're not gonna win 1v1s. And like when you're rusty and not play on live.
Yeah, we had a internal scrim or an opposing scrim every day for the last 6 days.
I saw
and before
that,
like every other day.
Yeah.
We made sure that we practiced at least every map.
Yeah,
once.
you just have more dedication, I guess.
Yeah. GG, thanks for the match.
Yeah, well played. We're going to have to switch now to cover the Red Mist 1 RPC game, which is on Paris Eastern Grove on Indar. I've got Ziggy's down as my co-caster for this one. So, Kosovan, if you don't mind passing him the login details. Thanks a lot for joining me. Did a great job.
Thank you so much for having me, guys, and good match. Both Hydra and CSG.
Yep. I wish them the best of luck against Catharsis, I think, tomorrow.